Hi, I'm David Boje, and I work with Grace and Rosile, my wife, and we develop a conversational storytelling inquiry approach. And we use it to change conversations, interpersonal relationships, and conversations in the workplace. So I'm speaking to you today here, beautiful Caballo Mountains here in New Mexico. We're going to do two kinds of seminars that we're offering. They're going to start in January. You can find out about them at the csistory.com website. And the first is interpersonal relationships. These are important at home, with your colleagues, your friends, your neighbors, and they're important at work. And we think if we can change the conversational storytelling approach people take at home and in organizations, it's really going to affect what we call the Braided River. We traveled to New Zealand and learned from Maori leaders this notion of the Braided River, respecting each other's conversations, listening without blame, without judgment, so that we can get to a level of co-inquiry. Braided River is the notion that my stream of conversation and your stream of conversation can weave together, and we still respect our own stories, our own conversational inputs, right? So this is two kinds of seminars: an interpersonal relations seminars. That cost is about $400 if you register before Christmas time. And then there's a corporate seminar for working on conversations in organizations. I've been an organization scholar for 40 years, studied storytelling in organizations for 40 years, written about Disney and Nike and Apple Computer, etc. My training materials were used in Trader Joe's, my first book, Managing in the Postmodern World. And I'm very interested in how conversations are the substance of an organization. It's where communication is happening, right? And storytelling is a preferred currency of sense-making in organizations. This is something I discovered in my research. I'm well known for this notion in the academic circles. But we also do training. My wife is a professor of training, and she works with horses and has learned a number of communication secrets by working with horses. And we share these in our seminars, both the relationship seminar and the corporate seminar. Corporate seminar runs around $900 if you register before Christmas. Both seminars, the interpersonal and the corporate seminar, go for 7 weeks. 90-minute sessions on Zoom. They're scheduled in the mornings, mountain time. We're in New Mexico, so that's mountain time. And we want to understand how you can develop your abilities to be assertive and yet be respectful at the same time in these difficult conversations we have with our loved ones. Oh my gosh, and with people at work, you know. Did you ever have somebody send you an email in all caps and you got to go and talk to them about it? Hey, we had a good relationship, and then you sent me this email. Can we talk about it? Can we have a talk? And hopefully they just acknowledge right there that sending all cap email is not a good idea. Or maybe you've had an encounter with the boss and you need to go to that boss and talk to them about what was the relationship before things started to spiral downward, and how do we get back to that relationship? What's the behavior of the boss that's perturbing you? What are the consequences for you? So we go through all these kind of notions of assertiveness and get at all kinds of things. But my dream has been to go to organizations. It's been my dream since I was in the military. I wanted to reform the military to get to that new kind of leadership that Grace Ann and I write about in the Leadership Journal, ensemble leadership, where everybody has a different kind of leadership ability and everybody participates. But how do you manage that participation? Well, ensemble storytelling is all about that. We do organizational change work with first loop, respecting command and control, but then bringing in the second loop of an open system, and then bringing in the third loop, which is a socioeconomic approach, really analyzing how conversations and our storytelling. The storytelling by the corporation of his brand, the storytelling in meetings, the promotions that are happening in marketing, the ability of the operations people to talk to the marketing people, to talk to the IT people. All of these kinds of conversations affect the bottom line. And if they're done well, great. If they're not being done all that well, we come in and we save the day. That's what we do. So this is csistory.com. You can find out about the interpersonal relations seminar. You can find out about the corporate seminar. We're training people in conversations, in using stories, not long stories, but stories that get to the point and make a difference, and how we do inquiry into those conversations. We're known for that. We like the notion of invitational rhetoric, inviting others to tell us their stories. Tell us the counter stories that disagree with our stories. How do you learn if people only tell you what you're going to agree with? So again, csistory.com, and you can find out all about it. This is David Boje, and thank you for listening.